The 2027 Buick GNX2 concept truly redefines the future of electric mobility.
Forget everything you think you know about Buick. Forget the soft suspension of your grandfather's sedan. Forget the quiet, unassuming crossovers in the suburban mall parking lot. Erase it all, because what you are looking at right now isn't just a new car. It's a resurrection. It's a declaration of war on the luxury electric segment. They've taken the most hallowed, feared nameplate in their entire history, the Grand National Experimental, the GNX, and slapped it onto this golden weapon. This is the 2027 Buick GNX2 concept. And if this is the future of the brand, then the future just got incredibly violent. Welcome back to New Car. I'm your host, and today we are staring down the barrel of a revolution draped in sheet metal. Let's get into it. To understand why this car is such a massive deal, you have to understand the weight of that badge on the back. The original '87 GNX was an anomaly. It was a turbocharged V6 sinister brick that hunted Ferraris and Corvettes for sport on the drag strip. It was Darth Vader's daily driver. It was fast, it was black, and it was mean. For decades, Buick let that legacy sleep. Until now. They realized that in the electric era, you don't need a V6 to be sinister. You need torquey, instant, earth-shattering electric torque. And they wrap that potential in a design that is frankly one of the most stunning coupes I have seen in the last 10 years, concept or production. Just look at the stance of this thing. It's low, wide, and incredibly aggressive. The proportions are classic long hood, short deck Grand Tour, but thrust into the 22nd century. The front end is dominated by this new face of Buick. The traditional grille is gone, replaced by a sculpted aerodynamic panel. But look at how they've integrated the lighting. These razor-thin, checkmark LED daytime running lights sitting high up on the fenders give it a predatory squint. They flow right into that illuminated tri-shield logo centered on the nose. It's not shouting, it's whispering a threat. Down below, the aggression ramps up. You have massive functional air curtains framed in what looks like forged carbon fiber. This isn't just for show. Electric performance cars need massive cooling for the battery packs and motors during sustained runs. This front end says it's ready for the Autobahn, not just the drive-thru. Moving down the side, the silhouette is pure liquid speed. The paintwork, this incredible molten gold metallic, accentuates every single crease. There's a sharp character line that starts at the headlight, slices across the front fender, and then dives down along the doors, visually lowering the car even further before kicking up over the rear haunches. It gives the car a sense of perpetual motion, even when it's sitting still on a showroom floor. And we have to talk about the rolling stock. These turbine-style wheels are absolutely massive, likely 22 or 23 inches, filling the arches perfectly. The design is intricate, almost like a jet engine compressor fan, designed to suck air in and cool the brakes while smoothing out turbulence down the side of the car. But the real drama happens when you stop. Look at the door entry system. These are massive coach doors, suicide doors in the old parlance, opening wide to reveal the entire cabin. There is no B-pillar to obstruct the view. It's pure theater. And check out how part of the roof structure actually lifts away with the door to ease entry. It's an engineering flex that screams flagship luxury. As we swing around to the rear, the design language tightens up. It's perhaps the best angle of the car. The rear glass is a fastback design, flowing seamlessly into a short deck lid. The defining feature here is the full-width light bar. It's a continuous ribbon of red LED that wraps around the corners, emphasizing the incredible width of the rear track. Below that, you have serious aerodynamic work. A massive rear diffuser, again in exposed carbon fiber, dominates the lower fascia. And if you look closely at the top of the rear deck, there's an active aero spoiler integrated flush with the bodywork, ready to deploy when you hit triple-digit speeds. Now let's step inside through those massive aperture doors. If the outside is a fighter jet, the inside is the bridge of the USS Enterprise. This is a 2+2 layout, but the focus is squarely on the driver. The first thing that hits you is the sheer amount of screen real estate. The entire dashboard is essentially one massive curved OLED display. In front of the driver, you have critical telemetry, speed, range, G-force meters. The center section handles navigation with 3D holographic mapping, and the passenger side is dedicated to infotainment. It's minimalist, clean, and overwhelming in the best possible way. The steering wheel isn't a wheel at all. It's a yoke. Now, I know yokes are controversial, but in a concept like this designed for high-speed cruising and potentially level 4 autonomy, it clears the view to that massive screen and adds to the futuristic vibe. The center console is a floating sculpture, separating the driver and passenger, housing the drive selector and haptic controls for the climate. The materials are exactly what a modern GNX should be. You're looking at sustainable, high-end leathers in a light cockpit contrasting color mixed with real brushed aluminum trim and more of that forged carbon fiber. The seats are heavily bolstered buckets, designed to grip you when you decide to unleash the potential of this chassis. And look up. The entire roof is electrochromic glass, allowing you to adjust the opacity with a swipe of a finger. So, what about the power? This is a concept, so Buick is tight-lipped on official numbers. But remember the name: GNX. You don't resurrect that name for a 300-horsepower commuter. Based on the Ultium architecture it would likely sit on, we have to assume a dual motor, or potentially even a tri-motor setup. To do justice to the GNX legacy, we need to be talking about at least 800 to 1,000 horsepower. We're talking about a 0 to 60 time in the low 2-second range. We're talking about a quarter mile that would embarrass dedicated supercars. This needs to be an all-wheel drive torque monster that can pin your head to the headrest instantly at any speed. It needs range too, at least 400 miles to be competitive in 2027. But more importantly, it needs soul. Electric cars can feel clinical. The GNX2 needs to feel dangerous. The 2027 Buick GNX2 is more than just a pretty sculpture on a rotating pedestal. It's a statement of intent. For years, Buick has been quiet, successful in China, but sleepy in the US. This car proves there is still fire in the belly of the Tri-Shield brand. It combines heritage with hyper-modernity. It's gorgeous, it looks fast standing still, and it carries the weight of a legend. If Buick has the courage to build this, even at 80% of what we see here, they won't just change their brand image, they'll shake up the entire premium EV market. The Grand National is back, and it looks like it's ready to hunt again. Thanks for watching New Car. Let me know in the comments down below. Is this the car that saves Buick? And did they deserve to use the GNX name on an EV? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next review, and I'll see you in the next one. 3 high CTR titles and descriptions. Option 1. Focus on shock value and legacy. Title: They actually did it. The Buick GNX returns as a 1,000 horsepower monster. Description: Buick has resurrected their most legendary nameplate. The 2027 Buick GNX2 concept is here, and it's an electric beast that shatters every perception of the brand. We go deep into the design, the tech, and the insane performance potential of the return of the Grand National. Buick GNX. Grand National, pure electric muscle. Option 2, focus on design and competition. Title: The most beautiful car of the year is a Buick? The GNX2. Concept review. Description: Forget Tesla, forget Porsche. The most stunning EV concept might just be from Buick. We review the 2027 GNX2, examining its jaw-dropping gold exterior, suicide doors, and futuristic cockpit. Is this the new king of electric luxury coupes? Hashtag new car. Hashtag car review. Hashtag future tech.